We're recording. You're listening to the Tune Up and Jam podcast. Ready? Go.
This is episode number 18, back at Saint Rocke for the Sound Collective, night number 3.
Tune Up and Jam.
All right, tune up, turn up, get down and start jamming once again. Hello and talk. Talk is thank you in Danish. Thank you for listening to the Tune Up and Jam podcast. Here we are once again, night number 3, week number 3 at Saint Rocke in Hermosa Beach, California.
This has been a cool setup here for us.
Yeah, it's been super cool. Super cool, right next to the fireplace. If you come down and visit, come over and say hi to us. I know you love to see the people playing and everybody, the music's great, but we're here too, right, Francis?
Yeah,
we need a little bit of love over here, you know.
Right.
I mean, we actually do have the nice comfy setup with the
we're on a
fireplace.
couch by the fireplace, great view.
Yeah, come on over. You know, strap on some headphones, grab a microphone, start talking with us a little bit. We get kind of lonely over here, man.
Just kick back. It's okay. We'll have the artists. What we'll do is we'll feature little snippets of their performances tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Just like we've been
got a
doing.
little mix from the board that they always give us. So it'll be something cool to share. And in fact, they're getting ready to set up, or actually they're setting up now for the first performer.
Cool. Well, getting back to joining us, one person who still hasn't joined us here yet, but we haven't forgotten about him, is our old buddy Chris Schmoke. He hasn't been able to make it down here.
Smoke.
But shout out to Smokey. Chris has been busy. He's got a busy schedule, but he hasn't left us. He just can't make it down to these Saint Rocke shows.
The guy has a life.
He does have a life. Unfortunately, Francis and I have too much time and no lives. So we can make it down here and kind of suffer by the beach.
Yeah,
and listen to
somebody's got to do it.
And listen to this, these artists come and play their music. And
right.
We get to meet them and hang out with them.
It's a tough setup we have here, right?
It is pretty tough.
Comfy couch.
I don't know what I did wrong in life to deserve this.
If any of you are curious, I did post a picture of our setup on Instagram. So check it out. Go to Instagram, Tune Up and Jam. We haven't really plugged our sites too. So find us on Facebook. Go to tuneupandjam.com if you want to hear the episodes, or you could just subscribe to us on iTunes, which is great too.
Yeah, and if you like it, please tell somebody about us, or if you like any of the music or any of the artists, please tell somebody about them. Let's get some promotion out there.
Or if you want to give us some direct feedback via email, is podcast@tuneupandjam.com. So we'd love to hear from everybody.
Yeah, and so without further ado, let's get on with it.
Yeah,
First artist. Here we go. Veronica Torres is with us. She just got off the stage. She's all out of breath a little bit from hardcore music you just playing, and we all clapped along with you, and we all got hired too. So
yeah, you did. Need the band.
Yeah. So you're the lead singer of Gorgeous Got a Gun?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I'm the lead singer, songwriter for Gorgeous Got a Gun. I started the project back in 2008, so it's been alive for a while. Had a full-on rock band for about 5 years, toured a lot, and kind of took a little break, getting back into it now on my own and rebuilding the band. So it's exciting.
Cool. And are you local in Hermosa Beach?
Yeah, I'm local. I'm actually from the South Bay. I'm one of those people who's actually from here.
Oh, wow, yeah. Not too many of you.
Yeah, so love the area. Love Saint Rocke.
Awesome. And how did you end up getting tonight's gig with the Sound Collective?
So I know Kira just from playing music around the town, and she was nice enough to get me on the gig. So it's just great to have these friends and these connections, and we all try to help each other out and, bring people together. I guess that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And you said you just released a brand new single when you were playing up there.
Yes.
You want to plug it while you're here now?
Sure, that'd be great. It's called I Remember You, and it's my first single. It's my first release since 2011, so it's up right now on iTunes and SoundCloud and whatever all the other things are online. And I've got another single coming out on September 30th called Uncovering.
So you must be pretty excited about all this.
Very excited. So
especially when you're getting right back into it. You got all that new energy and everything.
Totally.
Yeah,
it's
I bet
fun.
It feels real good.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool.
For tonight, you did an acoustic set, but listening to some of your riffs, I could totally hear that electrified and full of power and stuff. Did you do any?
Thanks. Yeah.
Is that what some of those songs?
If you hear the
were?
songs, they're going to sound quite different on the singles. So yeah, there's definitely I play electric guitar on them. There's a lot of rock element in it. So acoustic, it's kind of I try to bring it down, but it's hard for me.
Yeah, but you can tell it's like you plug that riff in and what she's doing. It's like okay, that's a killer. That's going to be a rocker.
Oh.
So you mentioned you're trying to put a band back together. Do you want to say, just in case anybody's listening who might be looking to join a band, do you want to say what you're looking for in your band?
Sure, yeah. I have a drummer that I play with, but I'm always looking for backup drummers. Bass players and drummers, man, the rhythm section is always tough to find.
Yes, we are. And we're the most important part. Don't let anybody fool you.
Exactly. The heartbeat. Keep it in there.
So drummer, bass,
yeah,
guitar. Are you looking for another guitarist along with you?
I have a couple guitarists in mind, but you know what? I'm always open. If you want to hit me up, feel more than free. info@gorgeousgotagun.com.
Awesome. And if you can pull some vocal detail, that would also be awesome too, right? Some backup harmony.
Oh, yeah,
if you got those
definitely.
skills, it's always a plus also.
Make
right?
this thing bigger.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So is there any other thing you want to plug while you're here? Any websites?
Pretty much everything for Gorgeous Got a Gun is found online. www.gorgeousgotagun.com. So check it out if you want to sign up for the mailing list or check out any news that's coming out. That's the place to look.
Cool. And what we'll do is we'll invite you into the studio when our schedules permit, and then you can get a whole time dedicated just for you.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. Come into the studio, hang out, play a couple of songs, and
Awesome.
Chat, whatever happens. It's a good
Would
time.
love to.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
That was Veronica from Gorgeous Got a Gun.
Thanks, Veronica.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Sleeping with her mask on, she's alone within my arms. Thought I was a stronger man, but I'm subject to her charms and wanna be free. Oh, I wanna be free, yeah. Oh, when she says she's gone away, I'm tripping on the verbs. Man, when you hear the thunderclap, it's 'cause lightning's on her curves and I wanna be free. Oh, I wanna be free, yeah. Cardiac arrest, you're my demon, I'm possessed by your love as the current rushes through me like electricity, and like electricity, and like electricity, and like
We are here with the smooth voice of Jonathan Joseph Scott. Just got off the stage, man. How you doing?
Doing all right, man.
Yeah, it was a great set. Hey, man, I got to tell you, you busted out a secret tonight, a secret way of getting extra songs in, man. You said to Josh, hey, I got 2 songs that go into one. So anybody out there who's going to plan on coming to Saint Rocke, there's your trick in getting more songs in. I like it. I like it.
Lately I've been I wrote like 4 or 5 like really short songs. I just put them together like that.
It works in a perfect setting like this, so you get more of your stuff in there in a short amount of time. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your music?
For
for people who are only going to get a little snippet of this,
Yeah.
they're going to hear a little sample of your music, maybe 1 or 1.5 minutes. So can you tell us a little bit more about your music and yourself?
Well, I came up with the Loneliest Casanova because I think it's like, I don't know. Like I had a problem with shyness but I never had a problem like attracting girls. So that was always my I felt like my energy was that, so I wrote that name, whatever. But that's what most of my songs are about, like girls that felt strongly, and I wrote something way too poetic for it, for more poetic than she deserved.
No names.
No names, never.
So, are you from the area here?
From Carson.
From Carson?
Yes.
Do you do a lot of gigs over there in Carson?
A lot of what?
A lot of shows in Carson? Do you play a lot around there?
Well, Carson's kind of a dead city for music. There's really no...
Okay.
There's like one bar I know of that does open mic.
Okay.
But it's really a club.
Okay.
They try to sell it, so it's like people don't really want to listen to the music. They wait for the music to turn off, and then they want to hear the DJ go. Like,
right.
So I play in Long Beach mostly.
Okay.
Long Beach is more like music is everywhere.
Yeah. Do you have any gigs coming up in Long Beach?
I got one. There's an event going on called First Fridays. It's the first Friday of every month. They do it on Atlantic, Bixby Knolls area.
What and what's the name of the club of the club?
It's not really a club. It's like just music the whole street. It's like a festival. I'm gonna play at this place called the Expo Art Center.
Ah, perfect, man. And that'll be the first Friday of October.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Do you have a website that people
October.
can find the info? Oh, sorry.
Oh, the info for that.
Is the info on your website?
Yeah, like Instagram.com/LoneliestCasanova, Facebook.com/LoneliestCasanova, yeah, and SoundCloud.com/LoneliestCasanova, all that stuff. I post it all there. Everybody can see it. I try.
Nice. Yeah, you gotta hear Jonathan sing, man. He's got a smooth voice.
Thank you.
He plays some nice guitar too, man. That's good.
Man, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
I believe that would be October 3rd.
Okay.
The first Friday of October, I believe the 3rd.
Yeah.
So October 3rd, go down to Long Beach and check out Jonathan Joseph Scott. And we'd like to have you on for a fuller episode in our studio one of these days, man. So, yeah, for sure. We'll be in contact with you. Keep in contact. And,
Most definitely.
Yeah, we'll see you in there, all right?
Cool.
Sure. Thanks a lot for
Thanks,
having
Johnny.
No problem. Thank you. Thanks for the time.
He was all a girl could ever hope for. He said this Friday he'd take me to the dance. So I put on my pretty red dress. If Friday never comes, I'll be blue. If Friday never comes, I don't know what to do. If Friday never comes, I'll be lonesome. Because Friday was never true.
Okay. Well, while Kira is playing in the background, Alex Ridio just got off the stage with her voice of... can I ask you, are you by any chance a Patsy Cline or a Loretta Lynn fan?
Most definitely.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, I was looking at the flyer and it said that it's impossible not to be swept away by the beautiful vocal stylings of Alex Ridio, and that's actually very accurate. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you and your music and your style?
All right, well, basically I'm very influenced by the past, and my whole lifestyle, even dressing and the music and even watching old films is from anything from the 30s to the 60s. So I try to put that in my music.
It comes across very well, and I even said to Francis at one point, I said, man, I feel like I could be at a speakeasy right now. And that's probably a compliment. I hope that's a compliment for you.
No, that's awesome.
Your style and your voice and the mood of Saint Rocke with the lights and everything like that was perfect. And people need to see more of you and hear more of you.
Oh, well, thank you.
So Do you have? Are you playing in the area anytime soon? Do you have any gigs coming up around town?
I do. I'm playing at the Antique Fair in Old Town Torrance in front of the coffee shop. And that's a place where I'm at almost every week.
Which days are you there?
On Thursdays and Fridays.
Thursdays and Fridays every week?
Yes.
And what time are you usually there?
Around 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock? Okay, cool. And any other places in the future, or is that your gig, your steady gig right now?
That's the place I'm mainly at right now.
Cool. And do you have any websites you want to plug, or YouTube, any videos, singles, anything like that? Please feel free.
Yeah, you can visit me on alexridio.com, and that will link you to everything that I have up.
And it's RIDIO, right?
Yes.
AlexRIDIO.com. But everybody listening has got to see and hear Alex Ridio. And we are going to play a little bit of your music, like maybe a minute and a half sample of your music so that people can hear you. And Francis, I think we'll have some pictures up also on our website and link to your.
And we do want to invite you into the studio, for a full episode, so you can talk about what you want, your music, how you, get a little more deeper into an interview that share for the world what you're all about.
Okay, great.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
It's really a pleasure to hear you sing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on and spending some time with us, and we look forward to having you again in the studio for a longer session.
I can't wait.
All right,
Thank you,
Alex.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Alex.
you.
I've heard that angel coming. I've seen that pale horse creeping in. Again and again. Another gone, but I'm still here. And some might say I'm too young to hold on to a lie. Behind me is
Hey, all right.
Hey.
So here we are with Danny Hamilton. Just got off the stage. How you doing, Dan?
I'm doing great. I need to hear you better.
okay.
Where do I do that?
Francis, help him.
You are what? Let me see what your cans on your cans. It said you're number 2.
I'm number 2.
Check.
Yes.
Better?
That's better in my ear
All
holes.
right.
Thank you.
Nice. That's where it should be better.
Thank you so much.
So, Danny, you missed. You weren't able to make it last week. I know. So you came
Yes.
back. We were waiting for you last week, and I know you had a little. Something happened, so you could make it back this week. So,
Yeah.
how'd it go tonight for you?
Felt good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think is most important. It felt good, especially when Josh and Kira came up and joined me. It's been a while since it's been just me on stage. I've been playing with my band for a long time, and now, it's a little nerve-wracking, and all the eyeballs staring at you, and
It's just you.
it's just me.
And,
Just
and your band, is it Danny Hamilton band?
Yeah, it's just Danny Hamilton when I play all my originals. I also have another band, Danny Hamilton and the Crutch, and we'll do like the 3-hour, 4-hour bar gigs where we do a lot of covers. But I slip my originals in there too, of course.
Of course,
you
got
must.
to.
Yes.
And do you play in the area around here in Hermosa Beach or all
Yeah.
around LA?
We used to do the whole LA and Hollywood stuff, but now I have a child now, so there's no more of that. There's only within 5-mile radius of my home. Like last week, I couldn't come because both my wife and my boy were sick. So
Hope they're better now.
they are. Yeah.
Good,
Thank you.
good. So that allowed you to come out 5 miles
Exactly.
in the radius? Okay.
Exactly. And
All
then I
right,
have to
cool.
go immediately back home. Those are my instructions. I'm just kidding.
That's okay. You got a nice long set tonight, actually. I think you had the longest one so far of all the.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Sorry about that.
No,
Okay.
it was great, actually. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So made up for last week what you missed.
I tried to do that. I brought my little tambourine machine with the foot pedal. Did you guys see that?
I did.
Were you impressed?
We were all
Francis, what are you doing to my volume?
I was
Check. Okay.
Anyway, I was trying to make up for my absence last week by overcompensating with accoutrements on stage. So,
Hey.
yeah.
whatever's clever, right?
Do what you got to do.
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
So, do you want to plug any of your things while you're here?
That's
Do you
great.
want to talk about some websites, any singles you got coming out, any recordings, anything?
Oh man, I'm playing with my band, The Crutch, at a place called Hey 19, which is in Torrance, right down the street where the house I grew up in, and the high school I went to, which was South Torrance.
Keeping it local.
Keeping it loco.
Yeah,
What
so
a
any local
COT.
people who graduated with Danny, come out and see him. And
Yeah, that's October
The Crutch.
2nd. Yeah,
October 2nd.
at Hey
That's,
19.
Thursday, Friday.
It's a
a
Sunday.
I was
It's okay.
I was close.
No,
I was
you-
with one of the
He was
seven.
like one
You're
out of
just
seven.
a few days off. That's all. Hey, is there what's the website that they could find you?
DannyHamilton.com, and then on the old Facebook, it's Danny Hamilton fan page. But don't go to the Danny Hamilton unless you're very interested in 5,000 pictures of my son. This, it's my personal page.
So not the personal page. the
Right. I
actual-
mean, you're welcome to go there too. It's just if you must like,
So for your other band,
toddlers.
they could find both links for the information.
Yeah,
for both bands.
everything's on DannyHamilton.com. Thank you.
One thing I wanted to mention on the flyer for tonight
Uh-huh.
for the Sound Collective, it says that you're the 3-time LA Music Awards nominee.
Yes.
Why don't you just tell us a little bit about that? I'm not really familiar with the LA Music Award, or maybe some of the listeners also might not be very familiar with that. So can you tell us a little bit about what that is and how you got that nomination and what it was for?
Yeah, man. It was a while back, and I happened to just play a gig, and the founder, I'm not sure if he was the founder, but he was the maybe co-founder of the LA Music Awards album, and he happened to be at this show, and he came up to me, and he said he really liked the stuff, and he heard me a couple other places too. And then this was when I was just starting playing out, actually, like 2001 maybe. Anyways, long story short, I got nominated the first time for Male Singer-Songwriter of the Year. And then a couple years later, I got nominated again when my first album came out in 2003 for Album of the Year. And then again after that, the same Male Singer-Songwriter of the Year. So 3-time nomination, which was, huge honor. It's a great thing to be a part of. I met a lot of cool people through that.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's quite a thrill to have what you have created to be recognized.
Oh,
in that
yeah.
way. That's got to be really, really thrilling.
It was huge, and it was when you're just starting out, you think you suck. I mean, I think a lot of people do. Maybe some people don't. I don't know. Maybe people have more confidence than me, or maybe I really did suck. But it feels good to get some kind of, positive feedback, especially from an organization like that, who they're all about recognizing good talent. So it felt good and kind of kept me going. I got in my first few years out in the music scene were kind of ugly. I mean, I did not fit in at all. I'm just not.
Does anybody really though?
I don't
First
know.
time out,
I tried hard to fit in, but and actually that's what I named my first album. Where Do I Fit In? I wrote a song about it. It was just like not me, like at all. I was ready to just like throw in the towel, but that's actually when I realized that I can't. And I think true artists, you can't not do your art because it starts to eat away at you.
you don't have a choice really.
Yeah, right. You're kind of obligated to do that, and then also in the beginning, realize quickly how much other people could gain from my music. My music has always been very personal. I write about life, and when you start getting people coming up to you saying like that song, it really touched me, and you're reaching people on this level, you kind of then you realize you have this it's a gift, you can, because I know for me music has been there, is the one thing that has always been there for me through everything. And it's you're driving your car, you have some horrible stuff happening to you. Can I say bad words?
We'll we'll bleep it out if you have. If you have to.
I just want to
Just
say
do
it.
it.
I'm
Be
gonna do
honest.
it. This horrible just happens, and you're in your car, and all of a sudden this song comes on, and it's like exactly the mood that you're feeling. It's the situation you're in, and it makes you feel less alone. And that was my motivation in the beginning, and it's my motivation today, 15 years later. helping to make people feel less alone. Because I think
a lot of people can relate to that whole scenario.
sure.
Yeah.
that's the scariest thing in life, is thinking that nobody knows what you're going through, and it's never true. It's never true.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Go on.
No, I was going to say it'd be really good. We could delve deeper into a lot of these conversations if we can pull him out of his 5-mile radius and get him into our studio
For like an hour, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, man. What time of day? Maybe bedtime? Like after bedtime?
We can figure
Nap
that out.
time?
We can figure that
Negotiable.
out.
You know.
Totally. No, I'm
But
down for it.
we'd love to have a podcast episode dedicated just for you and get into all these conversations,
man.
because these are things that I think a lot of people could relate to, and
Absolutely.
it's good to hear.
I'd be honored to do
It'd be a
that.
great thing to have a long conversation about on a long full podcast. It'd be great.
Great, guys. I would love to do that.
Danny, definitely you don't suck.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, for the record.
For the record, Danny does not suck.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that.
So we look forward to seeing you again.
Okay.
And, hope you guys check out Danny on his website and all the plugs that
DannyHamilton.com.
got. It.
There you
Boom.
go. Cool.
Thank you,
man.
guys.
Thanks, Danny.
Take care.
And empty from shedding so many tears, but my feet are kept from leaving when I think of the last few years. My mouth burns with the taste of acid, my stomach's an empty pit. You're as good at loving as lying. Tell me, how'd you get so good at it? Oh, my man, you done me wrong. Hands reaching elsewhere, don't mean that I'm gone. Oh, my man, you done me wrong.
So Amanda Dahlin is here joining us on Tune Up and Jam. She just got
Yes.
off the stage, came directly back here, and you're here to see us, and it sounded great.
Thank you.
We're actually going to play some of your music on our podcast,
Oh,
so you
awesome.
know.
Okay, thank you.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Amanda?
Okay. All right.
Where do you begin?
Where to begin?
I was born in Torres, California.
One of my questions would be, are you from around
Yeah,
here?
I'm
So-
from
all right,
South
cool.
Bay, so South Bay local. Definitely. Well, for those who can't see me, which is everybody, I have red hair and freckles, kind of. So I was definitely not the cool kid, I guess. So it's kind of funny. Like I just kind of have a hard time with talking in front of people sometimes. But hey, thanks for having me.
Are you a little shy right now?
I totally am actually.
You're
like,
not coming across as shy at
I'm
all.
not.
No,
Oh,
not at
okay.
all.
Okay, cool. Yeah, fake it till you make it, baby. That's what it's about.
And that's so true.
Really?
So yeah, I started playing piano when I was like 12 years old. Lady across the street taught me how to read music. I kind of went from there. Then I took a break. I've quit music about 10 times in my career. And
Hopefully for the last time.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
hopefully. People keep dragging me out here. Gosh, leave me alone.
Just
But
want to play alone, right?
yeah. So yeah, I guess my guitar was shot. I mean, not literally shot with a gun, but it was ruined, shall we say. So I only had my piano, and so I went and played a piano set tonight, and that was kind of my first time doing that. Never done that before.
How'd it feel?
Kind of felt like I was in my element, actually. Like, didn't really feel that foreign, except that guitar, you can kind of like keep making noise as you go, you know. Or piano, if you mess it up, you mess it out. Like everyone hears you. You just like, so no mistakes. So
Well, it sounded good from out here.
okay, well, great, thank you.
And it was
Appreciate
actually very refreshing because there's been a lot of guitars playing, and so I was happy to actually hear something like, you know, with the piano instead.
Yeah.
Just because you're, you know, I mean, everybody sounds great, but you know, your ears start to hear something very similar all the time. So
Exactly,
something
yeah.
thrown in there just to kind of flip it up a little bit was great. It actually stood out
Which
really
is
nicely.
so funny because I have so much respect for these guys. Like, these guys seriously they can jam like it's nothing. Like, I do not. I have so much admiration, you know? And so sometimes I beat myself up because I look at these guys, I'm just like, they are killing it. Like, they're brutal. I can't do that. You know, but then sometimes I feel like, you know, we all have our place, you know, we all have our little spot, you know?
Right, and it's important to remember too, as musicians, it's not a competition.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like you do what you can do, You do it makes you feel right. What's coming out of you, and that's it. I mean, like
Express how you feel.
Yeah. So there's no competition here, you know, and it's just a community. So
just so much admiration all the way around. Like, just so honored to be here. So
Cool. So is there a particular website or social media you want to plug where people can find you?
Good question.
It's not a trick question.
Waiting for a good answer.
You're right. Do you see how I just kind of repeated the question in order to create more time for myself?
She's stalling.
Yeah, I learned that trick in speech class. So you can follow me on my Instagram. It's at Mandalin, but it's actually Manda, like the back end of Amanda. And then my last name, Dahlin. So it's squished together. Mandahlin.
Cool.
Dahlin. Yeah.
So Instagram is your primary social media.
I mean, I totally have a Facebook, but it has my maiden name, and I don't even go on it anymore. So just ignore it.
So nobody else will go on it anymore.
All right.
No, yeah, and
so you're forbidden from looking her up.
Yeah. Don't look me up on Facebook. It's just lame.
She won't respond anyway.
There's nothing happening
Instagram.
on there.
You can gram her instantly.
Yeah, you can totally get on there because I always post info about my shows.
Awesome.
Always, and I'm also a very private person, so I'm not posting all my pictures of my kitty cat and stuff like that, in general.
Yeah. Well, we want to know when your next show is anyway, so
okay. Well,
we can either check Instagram or tell us right now.
Yeah, you can totally check out my Instagram, or I believe I'm playing at the next month here. I think it's October something.
One of the next
part
Sound
of
Collectives?
Yeah. Yes, it's here. We'll be
cool.
here
So
at
we're
Saint
going to
Rocke.
be talking again.
Yeah,
yes,
we're going to
that's
see you
right.
again. We'll do a
I
second
guess
follow-up.
so. Oh, man.
Awesome. Yeah.
And don't be shy.
We'll have some
How do I keep it fresh? I don't even know.
We'll find something. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Cool, for sure. So check out Amanda, and of course Instagram. I'm actually looking at it right now. It is Manda. Well, Mandahlin.
Apparently, I got to rename my Instagram because it is way too confusing.
Yeah, you could check her out, follow her, and make a connection with these other artists here that we're hearing tonight. And definitely was a pleasure having you, and we're gonna have you back for sure.
Awesome.
Okay?
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks
for being
Amanda.
here.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Christopher Rodriguez is here with us, the guitarist and singer. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your musical background? I heard you playing some jazz guitar up there and you have a nice smooth voice up there. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your music background?
Okay, yeah, thank you. I went to El Camino College, and I studied classical guitar there for about 2.5 years, and I ended up getting an associate degree from them. And that's the main.
How long have you been playing?
Let's see, I started senior year in high school, so that was 04, so now it's about 12 years now. Yeah.
And you write some of your own classical pieces as well?
What I've been doing lately is I've kind of been taking my classical pieces, my repertoire, and I've been like Brazilianizing them and just swinging it and giving them a groove, because it's easier to relate to, and it really sets a nice mood, I feel. So.
Right, and that's a nice, unique sound for you, too.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, very cool. And I got to say, nice version of Autumn Leaves as well. Love that song. I love that song. Have you heard the Eva Cassidy version of that song by any chance? Have you ever listened to Eva Cassidy at all?
I'm sure I've heard it.
It's one of my favorite versions of that song, and yours kind of reminded me of hers. So
that's a compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. So are you local around Hermosa Beach? Or
I grew up in the South Bay in a little town called Lawndale. And then just recently this year, I moved to Long Beach. So I've been there since January and kind of feeling that town out and getting used to things over there.
Have you been gigging around in Long Beach as well?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing a visual art thing as well. So I paint and I'm trying to become a caricature artist. So I'm going to the parks and I'm like just drawing people's faces, trying to make a happy buck or two, and it's working out. But yeah, I've dabbled with the open mic night scene over there. So I met quite a few people so far, and it's pretty welcoming town.
Just doing the whole creative thing, huh?
That's all I can do. That's all I know how to do, dude.
And hopefully you've been talking to some of the artists here tonight as well, because in the past just 2 weeks, this is only the third week that this has happened, but already like from the first week, people have gotten together and traded gigs already and stuff like that. So definitely be sure to network while you're here with some of the other artists. You never know, get some gigs with some trade some nights with them and things like that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Because you need to get your stuff out there and heard, man. This stuff's really, really good.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Yeah, and we're gonna play a sample of it on our podcast as well too. Hope you don't mind.
Hey, that's cool with me.
Is there a particular website that people could find your music or perhaps your visual art?
You can find me on my visual art on Instagram. And my Instagram is my name, Chris.Rodriguez143. And yeah, it's just mostly doodles, sketches, quick, nothing too fancy, but
just getting out there, you know what I mean?
But hey, if somebody's out there looking for even like for a kid's party or something like that,
exactly.
Right? Yeah, hey, get a hold of Christopher and he'll play some music for you too. He'll play some music and draw.
Yeah, I just played a wedding gig, the classical guitar, and wedding's a perfect place to do the drawings as well. So I figured, hey, I could do both.
Hey, use your talents, man. Yeah, you got them for a reason, so you got to use them.
So that whole caricature thing, it's like, so you just when somebody sits down, you focus on particular features that you can exaggerate, right?
Yeah, just.
I have to imagine that you probably look at people just a little bit differently. Because you imagine what you would how you would draw them as a caricature.
And yeah,
so in my mind, in your mind, I probably look different than in Francis's mind, and same with him too. But that's interesting.
Yeah, especially with just studying, because I'm just like studying anatomy. So like I'm like looking at people's like brow ridge like all the time and like their foreheads, and I'm. So that's different.
I'm gonna hide behind my hat.
So if you see Chris just staring at somebody for a while, it's all good. We're just studying some creativity here.
It's all in good, good fun.
Cool. Well, in the interest of giving the artist time up on stage, so we want to definitely bring this one to an end, but we want to have you on again at some point. We have a studio. Would like to have you in, do a little bit fuller length if you'd like to come in. You're more than welcome.
Promote your visual art, promote anything you want to promote.
And just have a conversation with us. Talk about music, talk about art, anything like that. So you're more than welcome to come in sometime.
Cool. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll keep in touch. Thanks.
Either way.
Chris. Thanks a lot. Thank you. All right.
Down the dam and let the river flow, or release all these thoughts. Help me let them go, 'cause I've been wrapped up in fear, and it's been a while since I've been here. I've been wrapped up in me, and I'm ready to be free. All the wisdom came when I saw the power in the flame. All the wisdom came when I stopped playing Babylon's game. 'Cause I've been waking up with the same movie playing. I'm so tired of this scene. Oh, break these chains, oh, break my dreams,
Thanks.
Thanks, guys, for doing this.
Oh, you got it. Thank you for being here. We're here with Ali Quinn. She just got off stage, and I'm interested. The first thing you said before you even started playing your music is you wanted to dedicate your music to the
people on Standing Rock.
People in Standing Rock.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. I just talked to my friend today. He was up there the last 2 weeks, and they've been out there for a while. If anybody wants to look it up, just look up the Dakota Access Pipeline, look up Standing Rock, and just get the information on it. They're putting in a oil. They're trying to. It's actually been, I think, postponed at this moment in time, which is wonderful. And the people are just there protesting peacefully with prayer, and they're planning on being out there through winter.
Wow.
in North Dakota. So I've got some friends up there, and then just my heart's connected to it somehow.
Do you have friends and family, or
family, friends,
Oh,
but
cool.
but family, like in the heart connection type thing.
Right.
Yeah, I love.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good that you're spreading the word to keep up that support.
That's the point of the music for me, definitely.
Good.
Is that it's a place for me to have a space to talk about it.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, if there's one word that I could use to describe you when I was watching and listening to you, is honesty. You seem to radiate honesty. There's something very honest about you.
Thank you.
And genuine. I guess genuine would be a second word I would come across.
Thank you.
So is that what you're going for? Because you really seem to be real up there.
Yeah.
And you're not hiding anything, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So do you want to talk a little bit about your music and where you're coming from and what you want to, how you describe it or anything?
Yeah.
What influences you?
You did just say it. I feel like music's a platform for me to express what's deepest, have a space where I can really, really express it. I sing loudly, I sing passionately, and so it was always just how I never thought I'd be playing in front of people like I do now, and that's really great.
Feels good.
Yeah, because it's medicine for me. I mean, like anything, it's always...
And for all of us, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, music is medicine.
It really is, and it's a passion. So how long have you been playing writing music?
I've been songwriting since I was 9, and so that's like literally, that's why I started playing guitar. It was just so I could songwrite and sing, and like my guitar skills are not as good as you'd think I'd be for playing over 12 years.
But we were talking about that, something similar with, I think it was Amanda. It's not a competition.
No.
It really isn't. If it works for you and what you want to get out there and what you want to say, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's not a competition of who's better or but I know another reason why you probably learned the guitar is because guitarists just aren't reliable. So you got to do it. If you want it done, you got to do it. He's a guitarist.
Yeah.
So.
Keep talking. I'm just going to listen. Go ahead.
But anyway, is there anything in particular you wanted to plug? Any recordings that you're doing or any upcoming gigs? Anything like that? You want to maybe a website or anything like that where people can find your music?
People can go to aliquinnmusic.com.
That's
ALLIEQUINN music.com. But honestly, that's what I really care about right now is Standing Rock. So the music stuff, I don't have any recordings online. I've just focused on other stuff at this moment. I just like the ability that I'm here and I get to play this, and that tonight I get to talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm happy to help you get your message out there.
I appreciate it, you guys. That's amazing.
Yeah, and so we're also, we're going to put some of your music onto the podcast as well, some of your performance for tonight. Yeah.
You guys recorded it?
Well, we got a 2-track from the board here, but we'll take a little snippet of it, and then what we want to do is we actually want to invite you to the studio so that you can have like a quieter setting. You can just focus on whatever it is you want to talk about, anything else. So we can do that. So
and you can perform some of your music live and with us. At the
awesome.
Studio you'd have to travel up to Altadena, but if you don't mind.
I love driving.
Good. Yeah. So that's the only the little
That's nice
Yeah,
of you
that
guys.
I guess stipulation.
That'd be an honor. That'd be awesome.
But yeah, it'd be like a full episode. We usually take about an hour for an episode.
Yeah.
Chit chat, talk, music.
Yeah, I'll talk.
Bring it all together. And
You think you could talk? You think
I'll talk more.
Yeah, it sounds like you got some things to say, so I'd love to have you up and talk about it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for
so much.
stopping by.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it a
we're
lot.
gonna definitely keep in touch, and we'll hook up.
Great.
And
Thank
good luck.
you. Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you. That's Allie Quinn.
So we can actually finally see everybody.
This is the wrap-up portion of the show, everybody.
Wait, we gotta do our.
You can tell when it all starts to fall apart when Kira and Josh get on here. We're at the wrap portion.
Everything else is so professional, and then we
Yeah.
get on and we're
They go
like,
"Hey!" But it's also one of the most fun. It's also one of the most fun times of the show too.
Sober.
So anyway, Kira.
Yes.
Tonight. How did you feel about tonight?
I thought tonight went really well. I think I've come to the conclusion I might not be the best host, but I am having the most fun as host because I am just cheering on all of the musicians.
Word up.
I think there are one too many. There's so many woos, and I think they're all coming from me. I'm just having too much fun. I think I'm even wooing myself, like on stage.
How
I'm like,
about this?
yeah, woo!
As a
Like
host,
Ric
why
Flair
don't,
up there.
why don't you introduce your friends that have joined us for the wrap up?
Okay, so for the wrap up, all right, you guys want to introduce yourselves, or do you want me to introduce you? Colin, I actually don't know your last name.
Oh, Colin Brown with an E.
Oh, Brown with an E, like Jackson Brown
There you go.
with an E.
There you go.
Yeah, but
Good reference.
He's not Irish. Jackson Brown's from Santa Monica.
But and then we have not Colin. We have Jose Bacalhau,
That's
the codfish.
I'm the codfish, and over here I have Kira Lingman, who's the codfish hunter.
Yeah, that's kind of a funny story. How when we met through the surf shop, his last name is Bacalhau, and I was like, oh, like my joke was like, oh, Bacalhau Ming, like the basketball player, and he was like,
I don't get it.
it just that's how I remembered it, and then he goes, oh, my name means codfish, and then my name in Swedish, Lingman, actually means cod fisherman, and so we were destined to be friends.
It was
Serious?
destiny.
Yeah, it's serious.
No kidding.
Yes.
I thought it was
Hey,
a joke. I
No,
thought
no.
No,
people don't know on the podcast, but Francis and I are making looks at each other because they're talking. I've got my feet on the table, and I'm like, when is anyone going to talk about me?
Yeah,
I was gonna
when
say-
is
It's all
Josh
about
gonna get the
Josh.
attention?
Hey, has anybody seen Josh? Is Josh here? Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh, we're doing a podcast.
Josh, get over here.
Oh, there
here
you
he
are.
is. Hey, Josh, why don't you talk?
Hey, Josh, do you want to talk about yourself? For a
Oh, hey
second?
guys, what's up?
Nice shoes, Josh.
Oh, these old things?
I like
But
them.
wait a minute.
This
Wait
is
a minute.
this is what I wear when I don't care what I
But
look
Josh isn't on camera either because the camera's pointed to you guys.
See, I'm non-existent right now.
Josh is
Oh, there's
even
another
here.
one over there. Okay, we're good.
All
All right,
Oh,
Josh.
Josh.
Final thoughts
So
on
now,
the
Josh.
night.
Oh, okay, this is my turn now? I can come in, weigh in now?
Nice
I
shoes.
think we did it.
Wow.
I think tonight was phenomenal. I think if you're judging, I mean, people on podcasts can't see how big of a crowd we had tonight, but it was a packed house. It was very, very good. And
definitely.
every artist that came on just I don't know, blew
They
us
just
all
crushed
away.
it.
Good
Yeah, they
variety
did such a great
tonight.
job.
Yeah.
And I really like what we're developing right now. Now that we're in like show 3, is that like we're having. It's very improvisational at the very end, and I think that's really
Yes.
great. And I love doing that, and I think it needs to be more like that. Where
That
all
was
the-
your goal in the.
That's my goal in the
be-
beginning, and it's
beginning was just
we're
like,
getting there.
I want it to be a comfortable environment, comfortable space on stage for anyone who feels like inclined to, who's got some, some mad skills to get up on stage and to, play. So I kept looking at Jose, and I was like, dude, get on stage, get on stage.
All right, next
Thank
week.
you. Thank you for that, Josh.
Jose got on stage.
I'm bringing my kazoo next week.
Yes, we welcome and the triangle. What? Guy used the triangle
nowhere.
and blew me away, and I was like, triangle needs to be on everything. It's like the
Solid.
cowbell.
That was Tyler.
It's like the
Bozeman
new
for you.
cowbell.
It was at the right moment too, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I mean, I'm stoked for the announcements of we're going global. We're getting some international artists coming in, and
Next week?
basically what we plan to do is probably with next month, we're going to get some video I have a projector screen on stage that we can pull down, and we're going probably a little bit before the show starts at 8. We're going to start around like 7:45 and show some international artists who say hi, Sound Collective, and give a little bit about themselves.
Cool.
And yeah, I mean, I my goal is to get this heard everywhere.
Awesome.
I mean, this would be, because it's such good vibes the entire time. I'm just sitting there like, this is so good.
You know what else? You get the music up there, which is, as you say, good vibes, talent, all that kind of stuff. But we get to interview these people,
right?
And these everybody's just super cool. You know what I mean? Great interviews, a lot of fun. Everybody's been like totally like appreciative,
Right.
and like we keep saying like, hey man, make sure you talk to each other, hook up, do the community thing, and everybody's totally down with everything that we're doing here.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys, what we're doing, everything like that, it's just working together really nicely. So it's a lot of fun to be a part of.
And it's very authentic. The feeling here is very rich. It's very strong and authentic, and we're grateful to be here tonight with all of you guys.
Very Rich and Francis.
Yeah. And Francis and Rich. It is authentic.
Francis is a
It's
verb.
really fun to see the talent here.
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of good.
fun to be a part of, like
Right.
just to be around it and be a part of it. And it's just like it kind of like is inspiring for everybody. You know what I mean? And
Right,
it just kind of
right.
drives you more. To want to do more.
Right.
Whatever it is you want to do, just inspires you to do more.
Cool.
Yeah,
Josh?
I'm excited for next week. We've got a great lineup, and then October is going to be, oh my God.
Off the chain.
Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. We got some
Tuesday nights,
incredible
folks.
artists.
Tuesday night at Saint Rocke in Hermosa Beach. It's
Yeah, be
free.
here. And once again, if anybody's listening, they want to get here to Saint Rocke, how can they get a hold of you guys?
Booking at josharbour.com or go straight to our Facebook, Kira Lingman, or
Yeah.
Joshua Arbour. Josh Arbour, you can message me there too.
Pretty much, if you just like Google our name and you can spell it correctly, you're golden.
And we just
hit
started
us
an
up.
Instagram account too, so sound_collective.
Collective.
And you will find us, like us, and
then
you
that
can
that
message
helps
us there too if you
Yeah.
want to be a featured artist.
All
and
helps.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, we'll be
But,
back next week.
cool.
We're looking forward to it.
Kira and I are giving
Awesome.
each other the look because we know it's that time.
It's that time.
time.
Okay, here we go.
Get our song.
Tune up and jam.
All right. Thanks. See you next week.
Thank you.
Take care,
Next
everyone.
week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.